And then one of the other, and the last point that I realized is that rest isn't laziness, right? It's preparation. I will be the first one to tell you I am ambitiously lazy, right? You know, I will try to figure out what's the most effective way that I can do something. And going back fundamentally, this is why taking the time to be able to be silent and to reflect allows you to have the clarity to focus on the things that truly matter, right? One of the biggest lies that I believed was that rest made me weak. I remember this was probably in my early 20s, but there used to be this saying called like, it was like vampire life or vamp life, if I'm not mistaken. Some people used to say, screw sleep. And I realized as I got older that that's probably one of the biggest lies that I was told, right? Being able to rest, being able to reflect, being able to have some downtime is probably one of the best things that you can do. Listen, if you look at people that are ultra wealthy and successful, what is the first thing that they buy when they can? Right, is they buy back their time, because no matter what, you'll always be able to have more money. If you want more material things, you can get it back. There's a lot of things that you can get back, but the one thing that we're not able to monetize as of yet is time, right? And being able to have time to yourself, being able to have the time to reflect, man, just being able to have the time to go out and look at the flowers and being one with nature, that is probably the greatest example of success, right? Don't let anyone tell you that if you're not busy all the time, if you're not running around always doing something, that you're not busy and successful, because that is not true, right? Take the opportunity to realize that maybe you don't have to spend that extra time watching Netflix, or maybe that phone call that happened after you ended your day, maybe it's not that important. Maybe you don't got to be responding to emails all day, right? Maybe most of those emails are not even important. I always like to look at, okay, well, what can I delegate? What could I change to something else, like change to a different position, or what can I just eliminate overall, right? And a lot of the things we'll realize they're not that important. They don't add any value. I will be the first one to tell you, and this is why I'm so thankful for my children, is because any extra time that I have, I'm going to spend it with them. I realize that me giving attention to my children is the greatest ROI that I can do for myself. I'm looking to be able to build a legacy. I'm a firm believer that my children will be my legacy, right? I will do my best to be the greatest father that I can be. But that only happens if I'm able to have my moments of silence, if I'm able to realize that we need time for ourselves, and if I'm able to break the mold that means busyness equals you being successful, right?